Hello everyone, this is LE Diecast again, and we're going to be taking a look at a few of these sports cars. All of these are older Matchbox series, most of them from the early 90s, late 80s in this grouping. And I got all these off of eBay in a big lot that I bought. I combined a bunch of lots to save on shipping and got a great price. All of these cost less than $1 a piece. And I wanted to make these videos just to, sorry, I found some of my little rags stuck on that one. I wanted to make these videos just to show you that you don't always have to go to Walmart and get the newest Hot Wheels. Sometimes on eBay there's better made cars and they roll just as fast uh, and they're more fun. Get a great big box of them for only a little bit of a price. So I'm going to shove these guys aside for a second, and then we will take a look at what's in this pile. Let me get set up here. Just a second. Okay, let's roll this guy into the scene. First off, we've got this is Firebird, and this little guy. Checking my exposure there. Okay, let me move my little exposure dot over here. Just a second. Let's move it over there. Okay. And this little guy, he is a 1979. He's a Pontiac. It's just listed as a Pontiac, but I'm assuming he's a Pontiac Firebird since he has Firebird on the front. No opening doors on this guy. And he has the old sticker. And one way you can, if you're collecting Matchbox, it can be a little bit tougher than Hot Wheels just because they aren't as documented. But these Blackwall tires, which are these kind of big, thick, kind of odd looking tires on these cars, and the stickers, so if they have real stickers, and if I zoom in there, whoops, my exposure just moved. If I zoom in, there you go, you can see the edge of that sticker. It has a sticker on it. Those are the older ones. Most of those are the early 80s or even 70s. But the casting date on the bottom, like this one says 1970, I just forgot, 9. That doesn't necessarily tell you when this car was released. So it's a little bit tricky because we're used to looking at Hot Wheels. The Matchbox series cars, they didn't put out as many per year and they reused a lot of the casting. So you get 5 or 6 colors of these and they all came out in different years, but they may all say 1979 on the bottom. But if you go by the stickers and the Blackwall tires, then you can usually guess. Also, that brings up another thing. If you bounce these guys shocks, there we go. If you bounce these guys, the real Blackwall tires should bounce. They have a little suspension system in them, a lot like the Redline cars that were out around the same time for Hot Wheels. So we'll drive that guy off. Next guy up. Get this guy in the frame. This guy is he's listed as a 96, so he's much newer. He's a Pontiac Firebird Ram Air. And I bet this guy, I haven't tried it, but I bet when I drop this guy, he's just going to thud. Because he's 1996, and that's progress. They took out the little shock thing, so he's not as old. But a nice little car. Also, you see this guy has tampos. No stickers. Those are just tampos on there. So he's not as old. So he drives off. Next up, let's do this guy next. He's kind of in the same vein. This guy, Blackwall tires, tampos, so he can't be as old as that Firebird. And take a look at him, see if anything comes off. Like I mentioned, I haven't really looked at these. I cleaned them up a little bit, but I haven't really looked to see what I got. I wanted to save that for the video. And this guy is listed as I think he's a 79 too. Yeah, he's a 79. Again, don't know if he was released in 79, but you can see he has a little bit of bounce left in him. And, oh, we didn't see what he was. He's a Corvette Stingray, I think. Chevrolet Corvette is all he's listed as. So we'll put him out. So let's put these back here in the background so we can see him. There we go. Next up, this is a Pro Stalker. I know this model. And this is probably my favorite model out of this group. I usually don't go for the stock cars, but I'm a Pepsi guy, so I like this guy. And his year is he is a 90 something, I think. Hard to tell. You can also tell when the castings get older and older because the the numbers get rubbed off of him. He's listed as 1980, and he's got quite a little thud going. So he doesn't have the suspension that that other guy has. But Pro Stalker. And then we've got a series of these. Let me get them all out here. We've got a bunch of these Corvettes. I wanted to look at this guy real quick. This guy had a funky tire. Okay. So these guys are all the same casting. I actually got them in different lots. Here we go. I'm going to put Pro Stalker back here. Put those guys back there. There we go. All these little Corvettes, or sorry, not Corvettes, Porsches. I think I call them Corvettes. These are Porsches. They all have opening doors. All the doors work great. You can see there's some real nice detail in there. If I get my zoom, you know what I need to do is move my autofocus up a little bit there. There we go. And all their doors work. They're all listed as 1979, I think. But I am guessing that only this guy... Just a second, let me look. I bet that guy is the next oldest. And these, I'm betting, and I don't know, I haven't checked, but I'm betting these three, the two blue ones and the black one, are the later editions, and I'm betting that these two are the earlier editions, and partially just because this guy has no tampos on him at all, which the earlier ones used to, no stickers, no tampos, and this guy, total guess, but his base, which if I zoom in on it here, his base is much sharper. The lettering on it is much sharper. And as they tool these and reuse them, the lettering gets rounded off on the bottom. So, yeah, I really like this white one, and I really like this black one. Also, by the way, you're probably not going to be hauling your trailer around with your Porsche Turbo. Thought that was interesting. They all have that. It's a very Matchboxy thing. So, we've got the 5 little Porsches there. We'll put them back here, and we'll just kind of we'll get this white one so we can see them. There we go. And next up, we've got a Firebird. You can come over if you want. My son just came out. And this guy, I think he's just listed. Oh, he's listed as a Pontiac Firebird. And he, remember that other one there? Remember this guy? He has a sticker. This guy has a tampo. No sticker there. So we're guessing thud. Big thud. Yeah, he's going to be at least a 1980 or a 1990. He's a 1982. So that's about when they switched over. Still got the Blackwalls. Just not the same quality. So next up, this guy is a Montahari High, I believe. No, it wasn't even close. This guy is a Sunburner, 1972. This guy should. No, he's a thud. So, again, well, yeah, it kind of gives it away. There you go. Tampos and no stickers. Also, the weird little hitch that Matchbox always had, and I doubt very much you're going to be taking your Sunburner out onto the open highway with your camper stuck on the back of it. Here you go. Wait a second. So chances are in the 1970s or 80s when this guy came out, here we go, wait just a second, we got it, there we go. You're not going to see this guy rolling down the road with a big old trailer stuck on the back of him. Probably ain't going to happen. So, Matchbox just had some strange things going on. But this guy does have his opening doors, and this guy might have been the one with the crunched door. Yeah, this guy has a crunched door. This happens quite often on these Matchboxes, and I think if you look real closely, you can see this wasn't played with. I'll point to it there, right there. See the tampo on the door, the footrest, footstep? That means that door was crunched in when the tampo was put on. So that's actually a manufacturing, well, defect. I wouldn't call it an error. You might think it's collectible. It's really not. But interestingly enough, Matchboxes always